Hey, 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 and we're back. We're back. We're back. 5 questions for Brother Sadnetta, aka Saleek Quran. How y'all doing this morning? Peace to the chat, peace to everybody watching, peace to everybody supporting, and thank you to all of the people that have put donations. We're definitely still taking donations in anticipation of the day when we get our Mac. So we're still taking donations for that specific purpose only. Yeah. These donations are not going to feed me or buy me shoes or nothing like that. We're saving every nickel of every donation to buy a Mac, an Apple. Yeah. So we can do more of this. Yeah, in a much more efficient way. But this morning, I gave the brother Sadnetta, and shout out to you, Sa. What's happening, Saleek? Emotional Saleek. And as you guys are coming in the chat, let me know if we're all clear here. As you're coming in the chat, let me know how the audio is and if we're all clear. And this one's not going to be long. We just want to give 5 questions to Brother Saleek Quran. The reason why I'm asking these 5 questions is because the Bible is my thing. And I've been answering questions about the Bible for almost 2 solid months. Now it's time for y'all to answer. Oh, yeah, it's time for you to answer. We're not answering no more questions about the Bible. I think we've answered more than y'all can figure out for 1 year, Sonetta. I think for real. I think we've answered more questions than you could probably figure out in a year, Brother Sa. Mm-hmm. So welcome everybody, and make sure you let Brother Sarnetta know that we're expecting answers. We're not gonna sit here and play games with you no more, man. We done answered enough of your Bible riddles. Now it's time for you to answer, family. AKA Saleek Quran, Brother Sarnetta. Welcome. I hope you got an ink pen or something to take these 5 questions down. Because like I said, we ain't answering no more questions about the Bible. We see the Bible is driving you to the point of insanity. Got you over there speaking gibberish and talking in Christian tongues. Hey, Miss Beverly, how you doing, sis? How's the audio? Are we clear? Trying to make sure we're not choppy. So Brother Sarnetta, aka Saleek Quran, don't have any excuses not to answer these questions. And if it gets choppy, we're gonna just go back in the crib, and we'll load it up again and we'll redo it again. Cause you're gonna answer, buddy. Oh yes, you are, Saleek. So Miss Beverly, let me know. Let me know. Are we clear here? Are you hearing me clearly? Is everything fine with the audio? If so, I'll proceed. Let me know, Miss Beverly. Is everything fine with the audio? Okay, thank you very much for that input, Miss Beverly. Thank you so much. Now let's get on with the get on. 5 questions for Sarnetta, aka Saleek Quran. The first question is on the thumbnail. Okay? What y'all are looking at on that thumbnail is something that I've been telling these fools in Kemet for a long time. Probably about 6 years I've been telling them this. And these guys don't study their own system. They don't study their own documents. They don't study. No, they don't study. You tell them something, they block their ears and cover their eyes and start talking stupid. But I've been telling them for years. Not only are the deities in Kemet truly portrayed as sexually deviant, not only that, but they're also In great numbers, the male deities are depicted with one female breast. Ms. Beverly, the male deities in Kemet. And I mean, I could just go down the list and start naming how many male deities in Kemet are venerated with a one singular female titty. So the question is an A, B, and C question for number one, for the first question. So now the number one, do you know who that is on the thumbnail? And why is it that you and Jabari, y'all disagree with Jonathan Owens? Because see, years ago, Jonathan Owens told me, voice to voice, on a call. I think it was on Blog Talk Radio, and I still have the file. Jonathan Owens said, and I quote, "The gods of Kemet are androgynous nature principles." I have Jabari on file saying that these gods are not androgynous. Not only do I have Jonathan saying they are androgynous, Jabari saying they're not androgynous, and Sonetta saying they're just make-believe. It don't really mean nothing. It's just cartoons. Miss Beverly, you say you don't know anything about Kemet, but I guarantee you, you know about just about the same amount about Kemet as Sonetta knows. Miss Beverly, you say you don't know nothing about Kemet, and I guarantee you, Sonetta don't either. Don't have a clue what he's worshiping. Now, I'm going to say this again. That thing on the thumbnail is called HAPI, Happy. And I'm going to tell you another thing about that. Watch this. The man with the first gay LGBT Kemetic shrine in America, his name is King Ra Sumaba, the gay priest that I talked to Jabari about. Priest says that Happy, that thing on the thumbnail, the gay priest says Happy is a gay god, is a homosexual deity. That's what he says, and I have that on file too. I think y'all have already heard it. Now let's add this. King Ra Sumaba says that Happy is a gay deity. Jonathan Owens says the Kemet gods are androgynous. Jabari says, no, they're not androgynous. And Sonetta says, it's just make-believe. It's just cartoons. So now you have four diagnoses from people that believe in Kemet about these deities. Let's go through this one more time because I know some of these people have cognitive dissonance. They're just purposely silly. The thumbnail. What's on the thumbnail is a Kemet deity called Happy. Sonetta. That deity has one female titty. One female titty. And it's a man. It's a male deity. Why does he have one female titty? And why is it 80% of all of the so-called male portrayed deities that I've seen in Kemet, why do they all have one female titty? Jabari says these people have wives and husbands and daughters, and they portray family structures. They're not androgynous. But why is Happy's breast hanging there? And I know some of y'all gonna say, nah, Mike, that ain't no titty. Tell me what that is then. Does Hoppy have 2.5 arms? What is that hanging low on Hoppy's right side? Are you going to tell me he's got 2.5 arms now? So when we're talking about the Kemet deities and whether they are male or female in their projections and their papyruses and their cosmologies, we come up with this idea of androgynous. I'm going to be honest with you. I agree with Jonathan Owens. Jonathan Owens said they are androgynous. But Jabari says they're not androgynous, Michael. They have wives and husbands and families and stuff. Read the cosmologies, Michael. And indeed, when I read the cosmologies, Geb, which is the earth, is the son of Shu, which is the wind, and Nut, which is the sky. You can read about that on the Papyrus of Tamanu. Of course, we see the family depiction, but we also see deities in Kemet that are supposedly not androgynous, having a family structure, having sexuality, even having genitalia, Gebs, long penis. Tell us, why do the majority of the male deities in Kemet have this one titty? And why are y'all all disagreeing with Jonathan and or King Ra-Sumaba, the first gay Kemetic priest who has a gay Kemetic shrine? King Ra-Sumaba says that Hapi is a gay deity. Black mind, welcome. Welcome. I'm pointing out not only the psychosis of Kemet, yes indeed, brother Shalom, pointing out not only the psychosis of Kemet, but pointing out the psychosis and the double talk of their teachers. Black mind. Years ago, I talked to Jonathan Owens, and he said that the Kemet deities are not male or female, they're androgynous. That's what androgynous means. Neither. You can even say neither / both. But Jonathan said they're androgynous, Michael. And then Jabari comes along and debates me twice and loses both times and tells me that, Michael, no, they're not androgynous. Jonathan's wrong. You're wrong for agreeing with him, Michael. They're not androgynous. Jabari said, Michael, you need to read the cosmologies. When you read the cosmologies, you will see that it's not so weird, Michael. He said they have wives and husbands and children. Ain't that true when you read the epic battle of Horus and Set? Set rapes his nephew. Is that his nephew? Seth is the uncle of Heru. Is that it? Either way it goes, they're family. They're family members. Heru is the heir to the throne. And he's raped and sexually molested by Set. I told Jabari, hey man, this is some gay stuff going on. Jabari says, no, it's not homosexuality, Michael. He's not giving a blowjob. He's shooting sperm on lettuce. And Heru's eating the lettuce. I said, so what makes that not homosexual? And what makes you not crazy? Black mind. Yo, he low down some kind of way, either down low or just low down. So these guys got all of these screwed up, crazy, ridiculous. In the coffin text, these two are raping each other. It says, I will put my phallus between the buttocks. between his buttocks. This is the Heru set, and they fighting and tearing each other up into little bitty pieces and pulling penises off. But we're talking about penises. We're talking about rape and incest in these cosmology documents like the pyramid text, like the coffin text, like all these other texts. And Jabari says to me clearly, Michael, they're not androgynous. So we have Jonathan Owens, and peace to conscious speculation. Jonathan Owens says they're androgynous. Jabari says, no, Michael, they have sexuality to the tune that they're teaching reproduction through nature and the sexuality of man. Look at the penises, Michael. They're sucking on them, Michael. He's shooting sperm in his own mouth. Gib, he's shooting sperm in his own mouth. Can't you understand it, Michael? If he's got a big long penis and two nuts, Michael, he can't be androgynous. I said, wow, that's a good point, Jabari. Jonathan, did you hear that? And then King Rasumaba comes along. The first gay Kemetic priest with the first LGBT temple in America. King Rasumaba says Hapi is the gay Kemet deity. He is the epitome of homosexuality. He says Hapi is gay. I think King Rasumaba thinks Hapi is the only Kemet deity with one female titty. But he's not. I said in upwards of 80% of the Kemet deities that I have seen in my years have one female titty. Boobies. Huh? Got one knocker, family. Look at the thumbnail. Tell me that's not a breast. I know somebody gonna tell me, no, Michael, he's just got 2.5 arms. You're looking at it from the wrong direction. But why is it when I look at him in the Papyrus of Ani, he's got that same one titty? I tell you something else. I don't know if I said this before, but even Atum has one female tit. Somebody, did you know this stuff? See, this confusion is why King Rasumaba is dead set on saying that Kemet is gay. One of your own babies. Now that's question number one. All right. I just wanted to restate that to make y'all see and hear the psychosis and the reason why these guys are definitely cognitively dissonant when it comes to answering questions, dealing with your own psychosis. That is crazy, what I just told you and what's on that thumbnail. One female titty on all of the male deities in Kemet. Woo. Now let's move to the next questions. Question 2 through 5 will be much easier, Sanetta. I don't know, maybe. Let's see. That walking snake that's in the Papyrus of Ani, y'all refuse to identify it. Y'all refuse to read the corresponding Medu Neter. The walking snake, you refuse to identify it, and you refuse to read the Medu Neter under the actual snake for us. Now here's the question. Who is that snake? A. Who is the snake? That's the A part of the question. The B part of the question is, what does the Medu Neter say that describes that walking snake in your book? And the C part is, why is it that you never taught us about this? It's like, I think y'all never even knew that walking snake was in your books until I showed it to you. That's what I really think. I think y'all are not hiding it. I think y'all literally did not know, totally ignorant of it. You're all in the Bible looking for a walking snake in Genesis. Then when I take all of these weeks to explain all of these questions, and you find out, damn, there ain't really a walking snake in the Bible. It just looked like that. And then we look at your papyruses, and there's a literal walking snake, a snake with human feet. That's what's the snake's name? What does the Medu Neter mean that corresponds with this snake? That's question number 2. Easier one than number 1. Look at that thumbnail, y'all. I can't get over that. This man got a titty, Hoppy, in Kemet. Anyway, let's go on. Question number 3. When are y'all going to attack or disown King Rasumaba, the first gay Kemetic priest with the gay Kemetic shrine, LGBTQ? When are you going to throw away Shaka Amos? When are you going to own up to the fact that y'all caused this man named Ra King Ptah to be an open homosexual and cheated on his wife with a man and a white woman? I know. But I got the video on the channel, and the people have seen it. When are y'all going to disown these 3 and attack them openly and teach them that you are not portraying what Kemet is supposed to be? If Kemet is not supposed to be homosexual, y'all are supposed to be attacking them 3 and dealing with them 3 and disowning those 3. King Rasumaba has almost the same amount of subscribers that Jabari got. He's coming up close on you. He on your heels, Jabari. Oh man, I know they're flagging him now. I know they mad as hell. Let me know, is the audio still fine? Cause we coming up on the 4th question. I think, is this the 4th question? 4th question is, what is it that you think about the robbery of tombs in Kemet? The fact that we have the papyrus of Ani out here in our hands. Do you think that's okay? In your mind, is that okay for you to have what was intended to be private, personal, and interpersonal as relates to Ani's spirit? Do you think that's okay? Do you think it's all right? Do you think we should have those documents? Or should those documents have never been seen? And the final question, easy questions compared to number 1. The final question is, do you think Ani, the man that the papyrus of Ani was written for, do you think Ani actually knew that the Kemet priests wrote in autofellatio in his papyrus? Because Ani never got to read that, right? No, that was not meant for Ani to read during his life. That was meant for the priests of Kemet to read over his dead body as a spell. Not only have they robbed the graves and took the pyramid text out, but we want to know, do y'all think that's okay? Because y'all are proudly out here holding these books as if they're holy. As if they're holy for you. They were only holy to Ani and holy to all of the other plethora of people that had funerary papyruses. Now, those are your 5 questions, Sonetta. I know that first one was a doozy. But the other 4 you should be able to conquer with no problem, Holmes. Hoppy's got a titty. I wonder, does Sonetta have one female breast? Jabari, do you have one female breast like Hoppy? Do you got a boobie? Anyway, man, let me get out of here. So, peace to y'all for coming. And I don't know if this is even clear, but if it's not, we'll come back later and clear it up even more. Peace to conscious speculation. Peace to Black Mind. Peace to Miss Beverly. Love you, sis. And peace to my brother, Sinetta, aka Saleek Quran. God damn, baby.